nighttime drive. With the GLI, so we're just gonna take a drive around so you guys can see what the inside looks like at night. The experience driving at night. The headlights, LED headlights, are nice and bright, light up the road. I have no complaints about those. Overall, the car is extremely smooth. I've had a couple days to drive it. We've driven it to Georgia and back. It's been everything that everybody's said that it is. I'm used to older Volkswagens. Nothing this new. I've owned quite a few Mark III Volkswagens. Jettas exclusively. I'm a big fan of the Jettas, even though they sometimes they're deemed as chick cars. This, however, is not a chick car. I'm extremely happy with this purchase. It's quick. The turbo is responsive. The only thing that is a drawback, maybe, and a downside to this trim level that we have, is we do not have the digital dashboard. I wish this car did come with a digital dashboard with the trim package that we got, but it doesn't. I can live with this in order to get the options that I wanted in the 35th anniversary edition car. I'll live without the digital dash. I've been reading on some of the forums that it is something that can be added to the car later on. However, it's quite expensive. A little too rich for my blood at this particular moment. The engine noise is kind of it's a synthetic engine noise. It comes through the speakers of the car, because the car is quite quiet, especially being this a compact, decently priced car. It's nothing too expensive or crazy, but for a car at this price point, the noise level on the inside of the car is very good. I mean, you can hold a conversation at highway speeds and barely hear any outside road noise. So we just we're enjoying the car, and it's a very well put together car. I mean, everything is nice soft touch feel, and it doesn't feel cheap when you get in it and you're driving it. Some of the other things that I like, that I did not notice until I want to say a good couple hundred miles later, after picking the car up from the dealership. Normally with the automatic, you'll see in the gauge cluster, it'll tell you what gear you're in, what gear the car has shifted into. I've never seen a manual standard transmission car have that option and show you what gear you're in. When the clutch is pushed in, you do not see that number. Like here, when I go to switch gears, it'll disappear, and as soon as I let off the clutch, it'll show you what gear you're in, and it'll give you a suggestion to to the next gear. I guess you could call it a shift light. They try to, I guess, tell you what gear to be in for maximum fuel economy. A car like this, you're really not concerned with fuel economy. At least I'm not concerned with fuel economy. I bought this car because it was a performance car, and it was as close to a Volkswagen GTI that I could get and still have a practical family car and an everyday daily driver to get back and forth to work, and something that I could comfortably fit my entire family in, and we could go on little road trips here and there. And all in all, this car is that package. It is a family man's GTI, pretty much. So if you have kids, more than 2-3 kids, and your wife doesn't want you to buy a GTI, this could be your next option. This car is obviously it's a limited edition, limited production car. At least the 35th anniversary edition is. Just a little quick pull there. The 35th anniversary edition is a limited, a limited production car. I was very lucky to be able to pick this one up. However, the GLI, I would say no matter what trim level you would get it at, is going to be kind of pretty much the same car. A lot of people prefer the DSG transmission. I like it. It's probably a little bit faster and snappier than this manual. However, I just like to be in control of the car. I like to drive the car. I may not be as quick and as fast as the DSG, but I can come pretty close. It's just more engaging and more fun. And in my opinion, you'll have a better time driving the car with the manual transmission. If you really try to push for fuel economy, and you shift at a low RPM, there is quite a lot of turbo lag if you try to stay under the 2000 RPM mark. I personally don't really feel the boost starting to build. Now again, this is all stock. This is not modified. This car's only a couple days old, so I haven't really done anything to it. The windows are going to be getting tinted within a couple weeks here. I've already scheduled an appointment to get the windows tinted because obviously here in South Florida, the sun beats in the car. It is extremely, extremely hot. But there's quite a bit of turbo lag until you get to around 2,500 RPMs, and then above that, you feel the turbo spool up. So as long as you keep it in the rev range between 2,500 and 3,000, you can feel the turbo. Anything below that, there is quite a bit of turbo lag. I notice it at least. It may not be noticeable to everybody, but at least I notice it. That's another, maybe, I guess you could say, a drawback of the car, but it's still a very well-performing car. It's quick. It catches attention from a lot of people. Especially it being in this pure gray color that I got. There's no Jetta badging on the outside of the GLI. It only says GLI, so a lot of people, that aren't really enthusiasts look at the car and they don't really know what it is or what to make of it. So I don't know if that's part of the attention grabbing issue. I wouldn't really call it an issue. I mean, you know, people are looking at the car and as you drive by, and I guess trying to figure out what it is. So it's not really a drawback, but it's, you know, you notice a lot of people looking at you when you're driving by. I do have to be a little bit careful there. The local police department is out in full force, and this car has potential to get some people in a lot of trouble with speed. So obviously I have to follow the local speed limits here in our hometown. Not trying to get into any trouble with any of the local police here. So I just try to follow the rules, and as hard as it may be with a car like this, you got to follow the speed limits around here. Otherwise, they're looking for people like me that are driving cars like this. They'll want to go fast. I'm not sure if the synthetic motor sound or engine noise is coming up on camera too well. I'm hoping you can kind of pick it up. It's not as bad as some cars. It kind of sounds like it's the real engine noise, but you can hear the engine tone change when you change modes. Like when you go into sport mode, you can hear it more aggressively. When you go into normal mode, it gets really quiet, and in eco, you can barely hear the engine, at least from the inside of the car. So again, that's nighttime drive. For what the Jetta is. You know, hopefully you guys can see the dashboard and the lights and all that, and the way the dashboard's lit up. The lights that are underneath the dashboard change colors. You can either customize it through the infotainment center, or when you change modes between eco, comfort, you know, the different situations that you know that are on there, you can customize to different colors. I think in eco it changes to white, and comfort it changes to blue. You know, everything changes. Everything kind of changes around to match your mood. Me personally, I leave the car in sport mode. Take off my seatbelt here. Now let's see if I can change. Oh, okay. So I'll change modes to see if the lights will change. There we go. See. All right. So in eco mode, everything turns blue underneath where you know, your phone would go, or you know, the little storage container, storage pocket, and you know, the door sills and all. Changing it to comfort changes it to it's like an amberish orange kind of color. Normal mode puts it white. Sport mode obviously changes it to red, and then the custom one, you can customize it to whatever other colors that you wanted. So let's get out and I'll do a walk around. Put the wheel back straight. So, but yeah, as you can see, you get the lights, you know, up the door panels and such. All along the dashboard, you got footwell lights, which I have not. I'm not sure if you can change the color of those. I haven't figured it out quite yet. I'm sure you can. No LED lighting, unfortunately. It's just regular incandescent lights. But I'm sure that there's somebody that makes a kit that to change it to LEDs. I'm gonna have to look into that. So we'll do an outside view at night of the car. Now the headlights, absolutely love the headlights. Love the headlights. They're nice and bright. Unfortunately, the front turn signals are not LEDs. The back is full LED. And from what I've heard, and from what I've seen on some of the other reviews of just the regular trim level, just the base model Volkswagen Jettas, whether they're whether they're GLI or not, I've heard that they're all LED lighting. You know, so you got the the LED turn signals on the mirrors, and then the incandescent turn signals in the front, which I'm sure we can change to LED. And I'm going to be definitely looking into doing something like that. And then in the back, obviously the LED turn signals. So anyway, so that's a nighttime view of the car. Again, I'm really enjoying this car. If anybody has the opportunity to be able to get one of these cars, again, and you're looking for a GTI, you have a family and looking for something a little bit more practical, I would definitely check this car out. This is definitely not a car to be overlooked, especially the GLI. I haven't gotten a chance to drive just the baseline Jetta, but I've heard from other people that own them, and from some of the other YouTubers, the YouTube reviews that I've watched, that the car seems to be just as fun and snappy with the 1.4 liter turbo as this 2 liter turbo is. Pretty much this is a Golf in Jetta skin, pretty much. So it's a very enjoyable car. I'm very excited to have it, and there'll be definitely more videos to come. We're gonna do we'll do more reviews during the day, so you can get a better look at the car during the day. We'll just go over some, as I learn the car a little bit more. I'll just I'll keep posting some things. We have plans to upgrade the car. So when those come, obviously you'll come along for the ride and show you what's being done to the car. And I don't think this car will ever be a finished product, or finished project, I should say. There's always going to be something that I want to do to add more power to it. Give it a different, more unique look, personalize it to my tastes. So this is going to be a never-ending thing. I think this is what it's going to turn out to be. So hopefully you enjoy it. If you do like it, give me the thumbs up, and like and subscribe and share this video and follow me. I don't know if you can see it in the back seat there. I'll give you one quick look in the back seat. Yeah, it's too dark to show the back seat. I'll have to do a better review of the back seat. But like, subscribe, follow me, and leave a comment below. Thank you.